My dear fellow recruiters, here I have something different for you today. Most of the recruiters struggle in understanding resumes, right? We have a different kind of difficulties understanding the requirements, but most of the time what happens if we do not understand the resume, it is very difficult for us to screen a candidate. So most of us might be thinking, shall I be doing the control F? Shall I be looking at the experience, or what should I be asking the candidate in order to screen? So now what I thought is, okay, why don't I explain how to read and understand a resume so that it would be easier for the recruiters to screen the candidates. All right, are you excited now? So let's go and look at the universal resume, that is QA testing, and I'm going to explain you how you read and understand the resume and how I used to do that. All right, the video could be lengthy. If you want to gain full knowledge, you have to have patience and you have to learn. Shall we go? Let's move. Here is what I have started with QA testing. Okay, so now let's say we have a requirement of QA testing and this is the resume you have received. Now before you go and screen it, forget about control F. Okay, it is a universal resume and we need to understand it, what this person does, what kind of position this person matches, what exactly this person has done. So if we need to understand that, we need to go through the resume. All right, most of the recruiters do not spend much time reading and understanding it because there are a lot of technical words, responsibility that we do not understand, and again we do not have to. But if you're reading a resume, if you do not understand, we must understand, because if we do not understand what's there in the resume, how would you screen a candidate? Are you getting my point? So let's go now. So first, while reading a resume, what I should be doing is, first, if the position is asking for a bachelor's degree, I would go and look at the education first. All right, let's go. Here, there is nothing. And yes, we see the education, Bachelor's of Arts in Music Performance. It's in Arcata, California. Now, what I should be doing? If required, I will be asking for the GPA if the position is required. If not, I'll just move. All right. So let me adjust this. All right. I'll just move up to understand it. Excuse me. Now, what is that resume says in the summary? Results driven quality assurance manager with 8 years of leadership, hands-on technical expertise in SDLC software quality assurance test engineering and managing, looking to utilize my skills da 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 da. So here what I understood in the first bullet, QA manager with 8 years of leadership, hands-on leadership experience as well as hands-on technical expertise. So let's understand. Expertise in leading, managing, implementing. Okay, wow, looks like he has led, managed, implemented the project. Implemented the project from the beginning to the end. This person was there as a tester. Quality assurance process for online and e-commerce distributed system. So this person looks like worked primarily on online e-commerce. Online e-commerce is where the business happens online, like Amazon, like Flipkart, okay, and eBay. So those are the online stores, e-commerce stores. And now he worked on the distributed system. What is distributed system? Distributed system is that the data of a company is available in different locations or different servers. But what distributed system does is, when the user asks for a data, distributed systems works together to fetch the data and it compiles in one place and it shows the user in a one place. So there might be multiple data in multiple places, but this distributed system pulls everything together like this and shows like this in a one page. All right, there we go. Now Then EAI solutions through system software analysis. This is enterprise application integration solutions, meaning enterprise application integration is there are multiple processes, there are multiple wings in one company where it has to be integrated with everything. All right, let's say every different operations are there, but they wanted to get it in a centralized, so that is EAI solutions, they did it. That's what he says. And design, test planning, what to do, how to do the testings, test case design, writing test cases, test automation design. Okay, it means there's a software which built and he has automated the testing, test performance. Okay, so once the testing is the software is ready, now this person has done performance testing as well. Now test execution and product release, there you go. So this person is there till the product release. Okay, and now this is what we understood. Now strong and demonstrated team leadership. Okay, problem solving, project planning, da 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 da. Okay, now define overall project requirement, achieve goals. Okay, it's other responsibility. Now we are going to technical skills. So it's applications, right? It's a Visual Studio, Team System, MS Office. So this person has mentioned what? This person has mentioned the applications, that environment that he worked on. So now here is the tool: load runner, win runner, test directors, test director, yeah. And this is the performance tool. Okay, application test center. So these are related to testing. Now programming language technologies, the C#, VB.NET, ADO, this is what the software might have built on. Okay, now these are the operating systems: Windows, Linux, Macintosh, DOS. This person has tested the application on this. So obviously not MS-DOS, but Windows, Linux, and Macintosh, I don't know, but that is what has been mentioned. So we need to understand, okay, how did you end up working with multiple operating systems in one project, or maybe in your project? So how did you end up working in DOS? So could be it's a very 90s projects he could have mentioned there, right? So here MySQL or SQL Server, this is the backend servers. So this person has not worked on Oracle, not a problem. So now we go, if you are looking for a person, a QA tester who has worked on e-commerce projects, so this could be the right fit. Provide commerce, okay, this is the client. 2005 to present, if we are at 2020 October, it is around 20 years, 15 years, right? This person has been working in this one project. So how come someone could work 15 years in testing? So could be this person could be a full-time employee. And if this person is a full-time employee, we need to understand the reason why this person is coming out of the job, and whether this person would be interested working in a contract role. Here, one thing you need to understand: if you're working in a contract role, you have to avoid working with the person who is coming out of a full-time role, and that too someone has worked for 15 years in one company. Meaning for 15 years, if someone works, the mindset becomes set, okay, like it's a routine, like a government job. We see the same people all the time, we meet with the same team, we have the same task, and we do not have to worry anything about what is that going to happen tomorrow or next month, after 6 months, because it is a full-time job. And now when it comes to a contract job, what happens? The whole mindset has to change, because contract with a limited period, we need to have a fast track work. Our duties has to be multiple, faster, because we need to achieve a goal within 6 months. So now these kind of people who are on a full-time role, most of the time what happens, they could not able to pick up the speed and could not able to adjust themselves in a contract environment. So that is the reason you should be asking them multiple times, are they okay or not? Because while this person working in your contract position, if that person sees a job comes in full time, that person is going to accept it for sure, because that is what it is, right? Any human being who has experience working in full time. For time being, maybe he picks up some contract role, then definitely full-time job comes in, they will go there because they do not want to show their resume like there's a broken in the middle. Okay, so now let's understand the resume. Quality assurance supervisor. So he was a supervisor. Performance and automation testing team. So there was a two teams, looks like, the performance and automation. So once the automation has done, then they'll do the performance testing. Performance, load, stress, that is what they do. That is what falls in the performance testing. How it is performing, how it is taking load. If at a point of time, if 1 million users, they try to log in there or use to fetch data, is this software crashing, or they do all kind of things here, okay, with multiple assumptions. That is called test scenarios. So now, okay, if we are looking for a manager guy, lead guy, okay, this person can do it. Since this person has worked for 15 years, definitely he would have started from senior or some test. There you go, software senior QA test engineer. So he had hands-on. Then this person, what happened? Promoted to supervisor. Okay, so as a supervisor, what this person has done: managed, supervised, mentored staff. Okay, QA automation, performance, all good. Manage administration of all personnel requirements, personnel requirement and matters. Okay, looks like these people are direct reportees to him. Developed and monitor team goals, objective, deliverable. So this person is responsible for whole and soul. What they do, what they have to do, and what are their deliverables. Okay, consistently implemented corporate policies and procedures. So this person ensures that his team follows the rules, policies, and procedures while doing their responsibilities. Okay, planned, specified, managed, okay. So these looks like QA automation process, performance testing activities, responsible for planning, developing, maintaining, QA automation framework, performance testing tools, deploying. Okay, so these are the lead roles, right? Lead team to develop templates for automation and performance testing. So templates also this person created. So it falls under a leadership role. So we don't have to worry much unless you are looking for a supervisor or manager. If we are looking at a resume which says senior software QA tester engineer, how we understand that part? Okay, design and develop custom test harness in C# using software development best practices. So here what happens is this person designed and developed custom test harnesses. So test harness is a system that it is a process, we can say. What happens is it gives test harness is something, it enables that, okay, you have a test data, you have application here, and you have a actual results, what is that should come, and there is a expected results. Okay, what is that you are expecting it to do, and the requirements. Okay, this is what client's requirements. So everything all together, what happens is in the test harness, it enables the tester to do it. At the same time, it checks what is the output of this particular test and what is expected. So it gives the report as well. So looks like it is manually they have created, they made it in the program. He has used C# and use C# for test harnesses. Okay, then extensive experience in what is that, direct testing of distributed software system, as we have mentioned, right? Distributed software system, what is that? So data distributed all together in different servers, different places, different information at different locations. And if a user logs in and asks for some information, distributed system gets all the information, compiles it, makes it in one place and shows it, right? That is what distributed system does. So now this is an e-commerce environment. Obviously we understood it and implemented. So he was there in the implementation time, and he worked on .NET, COM+, and SQL, that is standard query language, to fetch data from the database, to analyze. These are the core technologies he worked. Okay, now utilize QA best practices, techniques, tools. both custom and off the shelf within fast-paced iterative solution development lifecycle. So both custom and off the shelf. So what he did is he utilized QA best practices, techniques and tools. What kind of tools? Both custom and off the shelf. Custom is like a software that we get and we configure it the way we want it. Off the shelf tools are the softwares that is available in the market for a quick installation and use. All right, for example, you have a Photoshop, you want to do that. What you do, you purchase, you get it, and you install Windows or Windows operating system. It is software already built and set in the market. You can pay and directly use. All right, so that is called off the shelf. All right, and iterative solutions development. So iterative is repeating, the process repeats. Led team in developing test infrastructure to smoothly transition our work to achieve the efficiency brought by our transition to SOA. Looks like it's a service oriented architecture. This is what a model they have used. Okay, this is a model that software companies use where it is more related to service side, or it's a service oriented architecture it is. Okay, so we do not have to go in the deep because I did not go deep understanding how exactly the patterns work and how they do that. So we just need to understand that okay, there was a environment and this person transitioned to SOA based environment. So this person has experience on the different platform as well. Now, through test-driven development methodology implementation helped drive the team to an agile environment. So they were working on test-driven development. Okay, so you might have heard of TDD, and there is another thing is behavior-driven development (BDD). So you may ask the candidate about that, and they have transitioned to agile environment. Okay, Scrum Agile. Now, design, develop, implementation, and maintain risk-based software test cases, test plan, evaluate software functionality, performance, and software defects. So this person has worked on everything that is related to testing. Work with software developers to define software validation, test strategy, and plans. So this person hands-on worked with, collaborated with software developers to understand the validation, how exactly the software we need to validate and prepare test strategies and plans as well. Created test results and test status report documentation template that were implemented across the team. So this person created test result and test status report. Matlab, test result, okay, if you test, what is the result you will mention and what is the status? Status is like it's a bug or it is a defect, or according to its priority, it's a severity, or it's a minor, or according to their own lingo. Okay, we don't have to go in deep. So we understood it, what exactly it is. Develop and maintain test schedules as well as lab test environment. So this person maintained the test schedule. When do you want the test to run? And well, lab test environment. Lab test is if you want to test your application, you need to give a proper environment to it, right? So it's like it's hardware required, software required, system required. So this person has laid down that environment before testing it. Okay, provide quality assessment to management and the project team with corrective action. Okay, effective and successful leader of QA efforts, multiple large projects. You may ask, okay, when you have mentioned multiple large project release, so how big was the project? How much $1 million project was that? Then you will have an idea. Participate in requirement gathering and software specification design to ensure testability and conformation to user interface standards. And here this person participated in requirements gathering, means this person was with the client and the primary stakeholders to understand what exactly they want, and software specification design, they have prepared the designing prototypes, this person was there, and testability, whether what are the environment we required for the application to test in, then conformance to user interface standards, so UI standards. So this person participated to understand these things. Now, identify and monitor defects in business software application and ensure the completeness and accuracy of the defect tracking system. So now identify and monitor defects. So this person understood the business, and once the bugs are identified, once the defects are identified, so this person worked on the defect tracking system as well. Like say you might have heard of Jira, right? That is one of the defect tracking tool. So why defect tracking tool is important is, in a software there would be hundreds and thousands of defects, so we need to do everything so properly to ensure that when it goes to the market there wouldn't be any problem, the major problem. So working with defect tracking systems to tell it what to do, what not to do, how to understand what is the severity, what is the priority, someone has to work and do all the scripting there. Interface with internal customers in order to define and document acceptance criteria. This is UAT, user acceptance testing, right? That is the acceptance. What is that is required when we say that this software is ready. Train and mentor junior QA. All right. And now 2000 to 2004, it's now 16 years. So if required, you can go deep below to understand, but I may not go because I'm okay with the initial things. If we need to understand, let's go and understand what is that. Responsible for defining best practices, test requirement, manage test lab, okay, lab employees, okay, designed, implemented, documented, maintained test automation scripts, okay, used scripts, used tools, what is the VB script, XML and batch files, DOS batch files, prepare test plan, test cases, test documentation, test strategies for the audio video quality initiatives, okay, AVQ initiatives. What is that? Okay, he worked in Microsoft Corporation. So looks like the Microsoft has built something which has audio video. So this person has experience testing a device or a software that could work audio video, that gives the experience audio video. It looks like, let's go deep and understand. Assist developers with debugging and testing their C, C++, and C# code. Okay, so this person worked with the developers as well to debug and test their code which is written on C, C++, and C#. Means this person understands the syntax of C, C++, C# as well. Very good. Direct music, DirectX game, there you go. Test specialist on audio video team. Meaning this is the project this person worked for 4 years, which is a gaming project, looks like, because they developed a software which gives music at the same time, DirectX gaming software as well. Worked through 5 complete product ship cycle, including DirectX 9, Windows XP. So this person worked with different editions and different upgradation of the particular softwares, and complete product ship cycle from the beginning to the end. This person was there. So he was there, he worked with 5 complete things, products. So in 4 years they released 5, and so it's like DirectX 9, Windows XP, Windows Server 2003, Windows XP Media Center Edition, Windows XP SP1. So this person was there and testing the software with Microsoft. So if you have an opportunity which is related to audio video, you definitely want to speak to this person and see if this person might be interested. All right. And here, developed strong understanding, 3 main clients: audio, video, and media player. So this could be a good match. Okay. And there are continuous assessment of quantity, risk, QA decisions. Yes, so more or less of the same thing here. And there's a product manager 2000 in 1998 and 2000. So here I would not go deep, but here this much of information is okay for me to go and call the candidate to understand, okay, what kind of questions I would be asking. All right. I hope it is helpful for you. And now whenever you get a resume, this is the way you need to understand, by reading by bullet by bullet. If you do not understand anything, you definitely go to Google and research about it, or you can go and ask the candidate that, could you please explain this? I did not understand. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Do share this video, put a comment in it. What did you learn? And do like. And do not forget to subscribe if you are a new visitor. All right. Bye-bye.